Hi guys, welcome to our podcast.
I'm Sam and I work with Magnum.
I'm Reg and I work with Wise.
Today we'll be speaking about what we do for, first of all, we're an NDIS provider.
Yeah.
We both are, and we have the same director but different companies.
That's correct.
Yeah. So what we do, what I do for Magnum is I'm a marketing associate and you?
I am the marketing associate for Wise.
Yeah. So we kind of both do the same things, but for different companies, but for the same director.
That's correct.
Yeah. So a bit confusing, but
yeah. But we work together for almost everything.
Everything.
And by the way, we just started in the company.
Yeah.
She was
both fresh.
Yeah, we're both fresh. But I've been in the NDIS industry for 4 years now. I work as a support worker. Sale houses, STAs. Quite fresh still as well.
Yeah.
But it's good that I am working in as a marketing associate, but still in an NDIS provider company.
Because you know the ins and outs, like you understand it more.
Yeah.
Because when I started working, I had no clue what NDIS even stand for.
Okay.
I had no clue. Like I knew nothing about it, and I have a marketing background. I studied marketing in university, so I have a bachelor's degree, but I had no clue what NDIS was, and now I know a lot more than I did. Still, there's so much to know because the list goes on. When I was looking at the website, I felt like I was reading just non-stop reading. So much to know.
Yeah.
And it's good that you had the background already, especially working as a support worker, where you're able to kind of know the inside of it.
Yeah, like it's really different if you work in the field, and whereas I'm working now as a marketing associate in an NDIS provider company, it's different, but it's good that I had the experience on the field. It gives me more ideas how to approach people, especially when we have the events, what do you say to them?
The events.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to? Should we start off with some quick fire questions to get to know you?
Okay.
Okay. So I sprung this on Reg literally maybe an hour ago. I said I'm gonna ask you all these questions, and I'm not gonna tell you what they are. You just have to quick fire.
Yeah. Is it like a fast talk?
Yeah. Okay. Just like this or that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Got my book.
Can I do the same to you?
You can. If you have questions for me, you can give me some questions. Okay. So, do you prefer waking up early or staying up late?
Staying up late.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Yeah. Introvert or extrovert?
I'm extrovert.
Extrovert. Yep. Android or Apple?
Apple.
All the work phones are all Android.
But that's
every one of them.
Yep. But we need to adjust to that.
I didn't even know how to use notes. I didn't know how to use anything on the Android. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Me too. Summer or winter?
Summer.
That's coming. TikTok or Instagram?
Both.
Corporate wear or casual wear?
Casual.
Sweet or savoury?
Sweet.
I love your sweets that you bring to the office. Show up early or fashionably late?
Fashionably late.
Yeah. I have intentions of showing up early, but I always become late.
Me too. I don't know. It's like this adrenaline. Like this morning, I woke up early before 7, but I was still like, okay, I woke up extra early this time, and I think I'm just gonna do a bit extra as well.
Yeah.
I think I can still do this, but I end up arriving here like sharp 9 a.m.
I arrived late today. Sorry.
It's fine.
So would you rather have angry clients or angry coworkers?
I would say angry clients, because with the experience that I have, different kinds of customer service fields that I have before for 10 years, I am pretty confident that I can turn the situation around with an angry client rather than me going to work with an angry coworker. It just makes me not to go to work at all.
Yeah.
But with the angry client, I know I can turn the situation around.
Yeah, diffuse the situation.
Yes, that's correct.
Cool. Would you prefer to speak all languages or ability to speak to animals?
All languages.
All languages.
Yes.
Oh, you travel the world.
That's right.
Okay, well, this is ability to travel to the past or to the future. Would you rather go back in time or go in the future?
In the future.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Win the lottery or have your dream job?
Win the lottery.
You're already in your dream job?
I think like it's what everybody, well, maybe not almost everyone, but all of us wants to win the lottery.
I would love to win the lottery.
Yeah, me too. So bad.
Somebody won the lottery. I think.
Do you know someone?
No, I don't know somebody, but it was on the news. Somebody won $100 million or something like that, and it was a birthday gift to herself. Like she was just like, oh, I'm just gonna buy a ticket, just a birthday gift to myself, and then she ended up winning $100 million. Yeah. So that was the end of my quick fire questions. So
that's interesting. Thank you, Sam.
That's okay. So I think now we'll move on to your experience and what because obviously you've been in the industry for, you said 4 years?
Yes.
4 years. So tell us a bit about your experience and how it's different being a support worker versus marketing for that. For the NDIS business.
Obviously, I can talk a lot of things, experiences, with my experience as working in the field before. The difference is that for me, you need to have the qualifications first, because I've worked with a lot of support workers. They have the qualifications, even like double qualifications. Like they take this individual support certificate, and then they also take the aged care, like still within the health sector and like caring for somebody. But still, when they're in the field, it's like you serve them and they don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know how to handle clients. So first, qualification is really important. I would say trainings and the will, the passion.
Yes, I was going to say the compassion, the care.
The passion and the compassion.
Yeah.
It's so important, because if you don't have both, you just be like working for the money. Yeah. But
and
if
it shows.
It shows. It will always show. And me, I've worked the past month before I came working as a marketing associate. I was the team manager or like team supervisor in the sale house, and it's just really different. You can see people with experience, without experience, and just the list just goes on. So first, qualification is really important. Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of stories, obviously being in the office, we've got an open workspace, so you hear everything.
Yeah.
And I did hear like a lot of people just being just underqualified, and like it's hard, like not in our business, but like you hear stories where people are underqualified, they have no care, they just go in for the money. They think that this is just a quick money grab. Like, it's hard because like you want to make sure that the client, the participant
gets the best care.
Gets the best care
and support.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's correct.
Because that's what they need, and that's what we're here for.
That's correct. And also, like, not just that, the difference is like, or the thing when you're working in the field is like, you need to be supportive to them, but at the same time helping them gain independency again. So that's what's important. But again, some other people, which obviously I can see in the field, not with Magnum or Wise, but with my previous experience before, you can see people just showing up to work because of the money, which is we all need. But when that is your motivation, the outcome is
Very poor.
really worse. Yeah, it's poor. The client doesn't get the care, doesn't gain independency. Some other people go to work and just sit there. The client just sits there as well. Well, if you really have the compassion and passion, you would do some kind of like activities, go out, have them experience this and that, like simple things, even like cooking. Yeah, making their smoothie. So those kind of things. Whereas you just serve them all the time, that's not how it works. We are a support worker for a reason because we're there to support them and to help them gain independency.
Yeah, you want to see progression.
That's correct.
You want to see them getting better and being able to be more independent as the months go by, as the years go by.
Yes, that's correct.
100%. Well, how is it now compared to being in marketing? How do you find it?
Yeah, I'm loving what I do.
Yeah,
and
like
especially
it?
I work with Sam.
I know, it's so fun working together.
It's so fun. With marketing, you still go out there. Especially we have events, networking events like coffee catch up and the big networking events. Know people, introduce yourself, ask them what they do, and how you can collaborate with the services that we provide.
Yeah. So the main part of me and Red's job right now will be for I think all of next year as well.
Yeah.
Is organizing a lot of NDIS networking events. So we are going all around Melbourne. From the peninsula to the west
to the very
northeast.
west. Yes.
Yep. Everything. Everywhere. And we've even been to Shepparton. We've done. You weren't working at the time.
Yeah.
And you started a bit after me, but we went to Shepparton as well. So,
how was the experience? Like, I've heard that was your first coffee catch up
that
event.
was my first coffee catch up. It was so good. I feel like it was such a successful turnout. So many people. There is such a hype around these events, these coffee catch ups. So what we do. I'll introduce what coffee catch-ups are.
Yeah.
So what they pretty much are is just supposed to be about like 15 to 30 people, depending on the area, come together, just network, share business cards. We organize it all. We get everybody's coffee orders as upon arrival. It's a great experience. I feel like it's really good to just even meet other people in the same sector. It helps like broaden your contacts list, like broaden your
ideas about the sector. And
like,
I think it's good like with the coffee catch-up, since we do other networking events as well, whereas 200 people attend, the coffee catch-up is like, again, what Sam said, like 20 to 30 people. It's more intimate, and you get to hear more of the story of what they do, what they can do extra for the client, how can we tailor fit to the client's needs as well.
And how
like
they can help
the
you.
whole experience. That's right.
Yeah. So that's what the coffee catch up was, and I attended my first one in Shepparton.
Yeah.
And we had such a good turnout. I was really surprised because usually when you do coffee catch ups, generally speaking, there are just about 10 people, but like 20 people, 25 people showed up. Like it was such a big event. We had to add tables, like even the one that we just did in Epping. Yeah. That one was we were just so overwhelmed with the amount of people that did attend.
Because we were expecting like below 20 or 18 to be sure, but almost 30 people showed up.
Yeah. Just had to keep adding tables and adding tables and adding tables.
And when they come, we check them in, and then we
get their coffee order,
and then
seat them.
Yeah.
We've got so much more exciting things happening. Every coffee catch up, I feel like we learn more, and we want to add new things. And especially Bobby being our director, he's very passionate.
He is.
And he loves his ideas. Like,
Yes.
he has the best ideas. And like, I feel like every single time we go to another one, it just gets better and better. Like this year has just been ordered for our next coffee catch up.
That's right.
So, and that's what we didn't have beforehand. So I feel like every event that we do, it just gets better and better.
Yeah. And when we have ideas as well, like we've been supported by the management. Yeah, well, so
Heavily supported.
it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So so we're doing them all over Melbourne. And our next one is tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's tomorrow for when they're watching, but it's tomorrow for us.
Yeah.
By the time this is posted, it's probably already done.
Yeah.
But we're going to Wanturna tomorrow.
Yeah. So what's interesting is that with our coffee catch-up, we schedule it almost every week now. Well, as we checked the calendar this morning, like almost every week, until second week of December, we have coffee catch up around like Melbourne. So
we're gonna go
up to Mornington, up to the very west, and it will just be so interesting. And I'm so excited as well.
Yeah.
Actually, not just going to places, but meeting the people on this side, on that side of Melbourne.
Yeah.
To hear the stories, what they do.
Maybe and the quality of people that attend is so good. Like
that's correct.
They are also looking for people that are like-minded and that want to actually do good in the business and want to actually help.
That's
so correct. It makes such a difference. Building your contacts list, knowing people from all different areas, allied health, all different areas of the health sector, to just progress in yourself, in your business, and other people's as well.
That's correct.
Yeah. And then we've also got the big networking events, which we previously have mentioned, but these ones are crazy. They're so fun and they're so interactive.
Yeah.
They're the ones that have about 100 to 200 people attending.
That's correct. And we just not have our managing director who speaks on the event, but we have interesting speakers as well.
We have co-hosts that come in and speak and present as well. Those events I feel are just, they've got so much work that goes into them, so much preparation, so much time just for other people, like the benefit of everybody. Like it's so good to just network at that scale.
Yeah.
So many people attend.
Yeah. So the event is really good because like, especially it's a free event. Foods and drinks are provided in the event. You get to mingle with other NDIS providers and just like-minded people, and especially those people who are just starting.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of feedback, especially those who are just starting, that the networking events are really helping them a lot.
Yeah.
Go out there and be more confident of the services they provide as well.
Yes.
And then learn from other people's businesses, what they do, how they succeed, how they fail, and how they rise up from that situation. So it's just so interesting. And aside from the good intentions that we have to meet other NDIS providers and like-minded people, some people we cannot avoid are still questioning what's our motive in doing such free event. We spend money for it, effort, time, and everything. Because it's not easy.
Say, what's
the catch?
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
Like how are you spending this much time and money into something that's not going to give you any direct return?
Yes.
Or immediate return.
That's
anyway.
Correct. We have some people question it, but the main reason we do this is to go out there as well, same as the other NDIS providers who attend. They want to go out there, share to people what they do, and especially in the future, if they can collaborate, they can work together. And as I've mentioned, what I like about the feedbacks that we receive is that for these starting on the sector, that it really helps them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Benefits
it does.
them a lot.
And that's what I think Bobby does it for. He does it to help them, like, help them kind of like fast track their business as well, and learn from what Bobby has to offer.
That's
like
great.
he does it for learning purposes, which is very nice as well. And some people don't understand it, but it's just the generosity part of it. Do you have any success stories working as a support worker?
Yeah, definitely. Small ones and big ones, but the one that I can share is I've worked with a lovely client before, and this client has a mind capacity of like a 5-year-old. Long story short, the team did great. We did great. I know that for sure. And after living here in Melbourne for like almost 3 years, they went to another state, and we reevaluate this client again, and of course with the help of the professionals. And now she can do things independently. Some of the things she can already do independently. And after the evaluation, like, she thinks like a 14-year-old now, which to me, that's really a big milestone for me personally, self-satisfaction of what I do, and for the client as well.
Yeah, oh, that's so good. Because
Thank you.
5 and 14 is very, very different.
Very
I can
different.
imagine that could be that's a huge jump.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I will never forget her. Sometimes we also keep in touch because I really miss her, especially that I've worked with her for quite some time, 2 years. So she got really close to me as well.
Oh, that's actually so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, has there been many challenges? Is there something that's a bit harder that you've gone through, or something that's like not as successful? Not successful, but just kind of like challenges that you had to like overcome.
Yeah. Obviously there's
heaps of challenges.
There are heaps of challenges in the NDIS sector.
Yeah.
You meet different types of clients, different kind of coworkers, people around you when you work in the sector. But one thing is, the challenges that you will have is that most of the time it's not the client, honestly. For me, it's the people you work with in the sector. Because that's why I sided first with what you need to be, as a successful and effective support worker is the qualification.
Yes.
The compassion and the passion. Then if you have those three first, then I guess everything else will follow. Because the challenge that I had was, the challenging thing for me was really when you work with people who don't have the compassion and the passion. Because the turnout is just so different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's actually very true.
Yeah, and you need to be reminding them every time they do this and that, but which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
So that was the challenging thing for me. With the clients, I can work on it because when I go to work, I know they need support, they need help on this area. So Sam, you've been in the marketing field for quite some time now.
Yeah.
How is it different, working in an NDIS provider company?
Yeah, so I feel like with marketing, it's pretty consistent, in the way that you have to use the similar tools, similar strategies. But I feel like within the NDIS, it's interesting because you have to follow up on a lot of call leads and with marketing, we pretty much do all the events. So that's kind of similar to what I've had experience with. A lot of the events, a lot of networking, a lot of talking to clients, the follow-up, I feel like it's pretty I feel like it's all very similar to what I've had experience in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just similar.
Yeah, I feel like it's
But was there a difference, how you approach people, or it's just pretty much the same?
Yeah, well, how you approach, because you were speaking about something a bit more sensitive and something that's more like substantial
That's
in
great.
my eyes anyway. I feel like you gotta be more like empathetic. You gotta
Considerate.
considerate, yeah, and you do want to do the best you can for them as well.
That's great.
So you just, I don't know, with speaking to clients, like I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard like you're calling leads and then you're thinking you were speaking to a support coordinator, but it was the direct client itself looking for support. So
Yeah.
so I've heard that you need to be more considerate, especially some people, and it's so understandable. The information is confidential and then they don't want to share it.
Yeah.
So which
That's the thing, yeah. It's like speaking to, because I've spoken to a few participants now and like they're inquiring about certain things. And it does, like that call I had earlier this week.
Yeah.
I just feel like speaking to them, like you can hear their voice and you can like hear like the panic sometimes, and you just like, you feel for them. You feel their compassion, and like you feel kind of like, you know, that you want to help them. So
that's great. Yeah. It's
yeah.
what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where Magnum and Wise comes in.
Yeah, yeah. That's where we come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So like we are your, what do you call that? Go-to for all things NDIS.
Yep, your go-to.
With a side of fun.
We've like, oh, like, you know, it's really interesting as well, like having the events and the positive feedback that we do receive.
Yes.
It's actually really like, it's really nice. And like it kind of like reinforces like positive reinforcements, like you're doing good.
And it's refueling the efforts that we are already doing.
Exactly.
It's just nice to hear. And it's like
we got like,
it's like the what do you call this? Like we receive, or we heard people questioning the motives of why we do this, but here are the people that motivates us to do more, to do good, and just to keep going.
Yeah, like we've had a few like positive feedback, people calling us, emailing us saying like what a great event that was and how like appreciative they are for it, because they gain a lot from it. I feel like coming to an event like that where there's so many people in one area, and usually it's within your area, because if you're going to an event, say in Epping, and you are from Epping, generally everyone will be from Epping too.
Yeah.
Like, so you're kind of meeting people in your area where you can, it's so much easier to network and to collaborate in the future as well. So I feel like it's just such a positive thing, and we are getting a lot of positive feedback, so it's very exciting.
So it's
thank you for
tuning in.
I hope you learned a little bit from us. Maybe,
and especially like what we do, not just with the services that we provide. You can always visit our website, our socials, our Eventbrite page for the coming events that we have, future events, not just, I cannot say it's just future events, but it's like, it's an interesting event that you would really benefit a lot. And
the link will be below.
That's right. And also, I promise you, you will always make valuable connections.
Yes, 100%.
After every event.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget to follow our page and Eventbrite. We have YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. All right. So, thank you. See you in the next one.
See ya.